What's up, everybody? Welcome to Storm Sessions, brought to you by OmegaXL Sport. My name is Danny Enriquez, and I'm here with one of the stars of Miami's defense, cornerback Xavier Lucas. Xavier, how we doing?
I'm doing great. What about yourself?
Doing awesome, man. I mean, now that you're back in South Florida, you've been acclimated, you've been here for a minute back here. Just how's it feel to be back home playing for the Miami Hurricanes?
It feels great, Great weather, great vibes, just a great welcome back. Yeah.
I know everybody's happy to have you here. So let's take it all the way back, man. Pompano Beach. I talked to your mom. She told me about some of your youth football exploits. You were a running back, right?
Yeah.
How was it playing offense with the ball in your hands?
It was great. I was a fast kid growing up, so I just wanted to run away from people. It was pretty easy. But yeah, it was fun.
I heard about a game, Pompano, I think it was the Pompano Cowboys against Port St. Lucie, 5 overtimes, and you scored the winning touchdown. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
How'd it feel, man? 5 OTs, you're a kid, you're competing. Do you remember that moment? Like, just what was it like scoring that touchdown?
Yeah, I remember it pretty vividly. It was a very long game. It was hot. I thought the game was going to go on forever, but coach called a running play, and I just made a play. I wanted to get it over with.
Were you like a run over kind of running back? Were you juking people out, or were you just kind of speed to the corner?
A little bit of everything. I wasn't someone that was just going to run around people. If I had to go through somebody, I would. Yeah.
And both your parents, hard work and work for the city. I know that your dad coached you, right, from an early age. What was that like with your dad in the early days, coaching you and teaching you the game?
It was great because not only he could coach me in practice, I would get work outside of practice. So it was a win-win, getting myself better.
And the academic side, I know, has always been a part of you and your life and your performance at school. So when did that get instilled that, like, hey, yeah, football's great, you got a lot of talent, but the academics got to be on point?
Since kindergarten. Yeah, my mom, she didn't play that. Yeah. She said if I didn't do my work, I wasn't going to football practice. So that's something I had to do.
What was it about football that at early age you just liked and that was something you wanted to do?
It was something that was done in my family. Plus I grew up watching it a lot. So I just fell in love with the game.
Who were some of the teams or players that you liked at an early age?
Chris Johnson, Anthony Thomas, and Tavon Austin. It was really offensive players until I got, later in the age. But yeah, it was mostly receivers and running backs.
Yeah. So you're a speed guy at heart, trying to score those 80-yard touchdowns. When did the defensive back come into play?
I stopped playing offense when I was 11 or 12, I think. Yeah, when I was 11 or 12, then I just told my dad I didn't want to play offense no more.
What was that about?
I don't know. I can't tell you, but I just wanted to take my talents on the other side. Yeah.
Pretty good decision, I would say.
Yeah.
I know your early days, your mom told me that you used to ride dirt bikes, skateboard, a little bit of that. I'm guessing that's not so much a part of your life right now. You got to protect those knees. But what do you like about those kind of activities and sports?
I was a little reckless kid, but being where I'm from, they ride dirt bikes a lot. So you're seeing them every holiday, probably every other weekend. So I want one of those. And once I got the chance, I just fell in love with it. And skateboard, I don't know how that happened. I got one for Christmas, and then
Where was your spot with the dirt bikes? Like, where would you take those things?
It was a big field behind my grandma's house. Me and my cousins and my close friends would go over there and just have fun.
Was it like tricks and stuff? Like, what would you do on those things?
We were just racing like the whole day. Every weekend was dirt bikes. When I wasn't playing football, every weekend was dirt bike. Yeah.
I know they're not beating you in a race on foot. So is that their revenge to try to beat you on the race on the bike? Or are you getting that one too?
Yeah, so this is how it worked. We would go to my cousin's grandmother's house to get him to take him over to the field. So after we'd get done with whatever we was doing and riding dirt bikes, we would come back and then they would try to race me. Just having fun. We would play basketball on the side of the house, but yeah, they couldn't beat me.
And there it is. And it's like no basketball though, as far as like playing. I know your mom played a little bit, but that was not. It was football and track basically, right?
Yeah, basketball wasn't my thing. Yeah,
So I heard also you like fishing too, which a lot of players. I mean, every student athlete we bring on, no matter what sport, as long as they're
yeah.
from Florida, it's all fishing. I know I like to fish as well. Were you more of a freshwater guy, saltwater guy?
Salt water all day.
So what would you go after?
Uh, it depends. If I go in the daytime, really Jack Revels, and if I go at night, probably snappers. Caught caught a shark on accident. Uh, yeah, it was really just snappers mostly, but yeah, in the day it's snook sometime in season. Is it- you don't really know what you're gonna catch, but yeah, that's really what I'm going after.
Yeah, those jackmen, they fight hard for their
Yeah.
size.
Oh yeah.
Now that you're, big time athlete, national TV, are you going out going sailfish and marlin, or are you taking a step back with that kind of fishing? Maybe in the
Uh,
summer.
maybe in the summer, but not right now. I do want to try and catch a tuna. I heard that's the hardest like type of.
But not eat it, right? I heard you're allergic to seafood.
Yeah, I can't eat it.
Just what is it about fishing you like if you're not eating the fish? Just
The thrill of it.
the
Like, yeah, just sitting down on the water, just watching the boats go by. It's relaxing. But some people get, anxious if they're not catching anything. But yeah, you'll get frustrated. But nah, I just like the peace. Yeah.
So then you start getting ready to go to high school, right? Your talent is showing. You go to Deerfield Beach, teammate with a guy we know, OJ Frederique.
Yeah.
What was that like? You're just your first couple years playing. I think you were safety, right, at that time.
Yeah.
What was that like at Deerfield Beach?
It was great, opening up my high school career. Me and OJ, we were very little, very little. So it was just, we were taking that big step, coming from JV to varsity, and we were just getting our feet wet.
A lot of competition. Deerfield Beach, not a small school. Were you
Yeah.
going against some guys? You're like, man, these dudes like future college players. Like,
Right.
how was that adjustment just to that competition level?
It was great. We actually played Edison and Ray Joseph. Yeah, I think he was a senior at the time or a junior, but it was great competition. I think we won that game like in the last 2 seconds. Harlem Howard took a blocked field goal back to the house.
He was a heck of a player. Is he still at Oregon State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. So you're playing safety, and that's something that's always kind of been a thing with you is playing safety, playing corner because you're big like a safety and you're fast like a corner. What was it like playing safety?
It was cool, seeing everything inside out instead of outside in. Plus, my eyes are on a quarterback, so it was pretty different having to, you had to tackle a lot more. That's another thing, but it was cool. It
You
was
were able to
cool.
headhunt out there, lay some hits.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
So those who don't know about South Florida football, there's a lot of coaching movement always. There's a lot of movement in general.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things. So coaching movement, you end up at Dillard, right?
Right.
In their magnet program, high academic, as we talked about. So talk about the move from Deerfield Beach to Dillard.
Um, it was actually like I wouldn't say last minute, but something it was on my heart at the time that I felt like I needed to do. But it was a great transition. It wasn't too bad. Great people, met some great coaches, great teammates, and football wise, we just play football. Yeah.
And Coach Blue wanted you at corner, right? When you went to Dillard.
Yeah, they moved me to corner.
So what was that transition like?
That was different. That was something to get used to. Being on an island by yourself, you got to work at it. Yeah, it takes some time, but I got used to it, and I'm here now.
Well, and before that, right? You some more coaching movement, just kind of how it
Right.
goes down here.
Yeah.
End up at American Heritage, a
Right.
school that's known for producing NFL defensive backs pretty much every year. I understood academically wise, you entered into, I guess, the school, right? There's a school in the academy, or
Mhm.
you went into the school because your grades were real high and all that
Right.
stuff. So that transition going from public school to private school, and obviously all the expectations of football at that school. What was that like?
Uh, I wouldn't say it was much different, but because I was already accustomed to like workloads and all that type of stuff from even in public school, from the classes I was taking at Dillard and Deerfield, but it wasn't really different. But I appreciate all the coaches at Heritage, Coach Mike, Coach DP. Yeah, I love those guys, man. But yeah, it was a great transition. They put me in the best position to, be at my best when I came to college.
Yeah, I remember I saw Coach DP in spring,
Yeah,
and he was just like, "Watch six, watch six." I was like, "I already know." So you're at American Heritage, not just playing football, also on the track. You
right.
had an awesome, awesome
Yeah.
season, both individually and the 4x1. What was that like, just running track at Heritage and really putting up numbers that were insane, winning the state championship in the 4x1?
It was great. You know, being that I was at the size I was, being able to run that fast, it was a great accomplishment for me because my time dropped a lot from junior to senior year. But the 4x1, we took a lot of practice, so it paid off. Yeah,
You guys set a record, right?
yeah, it was a great feeling. U.S. number 2. Yeah,
Man, unbelievable. And what was it just technically? Because everybody thinks, people don't run track, think it's
right.
you're fast, you're fast. But
Yeah,
obviously you did something to go to from where you're like 10.9 to 10.4, something like that.
yeah.
That's a big jump, man. So how are you able to do that?
Just consistency, and I gotta give a big shout out to all my track coaches and Coach Barnes. He really invested his time in making sure I got faster. Yeah.
Did you feel that on the field as well? All the improvements on the track, did you feel faster on the football field?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I got to college, we actually tested, and I ran pretty fast. Yeah.
Can you say? Are you live? 4.3, 4.4? How are you running?
Coming off the track, I ran either a 4.4 flat or a 4.39. I can't remember.
Oof, that size. That's crazy, man. And you were a recruit. Like people knew who you were. You were a P4 recruit all day. I personally thought you were probably a little underrated, right?
Hmm.
Given that, obviously we know how it turned out now that you're in college. And
Right.
like, did you feel like, because you were at high profile schools that have produced 5-star type players, were you kind of like, man, I should be a 5-star? Watch the film, watch my numbers. Why am I not a 5-star? Did you have a chip on your shoulder from that?
Not really. I didn't really like care about stars like that. I was just focused on making plays and being the best player I can be. But as far as stars, I feel like it was all based off me and my production. But yeah, some people have a say so on how many stars you get, but I feel like I had a big part to do with that.
And then when it comes to the portal, you're the number one corner in the country. So everybody knows at that point they figured out who you were. But coming back to Miami, now that you're here, what's it like? What was it like coming down south and being down here in Miami when you got here in spring?
It was a great welcome back, seeing all my family members. They're coming all the spring practices, and yeah, it was just an unreal feeling. Yeah.
And what's it like when you line up? So I think it was you and OJ lining up on that first snap against Notre Dame. Did you guys ever have a moment where you just sat back like, man, from where we were to where we are now, this is crazy?
Yeah, actually, our one of our DB coaches, Coach Gray from Deerfield, he showed us a picture. I think it was ninth or 10th grade. It just like a throwback, like it brought back memories. But OJ always sends me this picture from Edison game. We're lined up next to each other. I was at safety, he was at nickel or something. But yeah, it's like deja vu. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So we got a lot of questions here from the fans. Popular guy. So one question we got here, just in terms of practice, we know you're gonna get some tough receivers in the games. Certainly gonna get some tough receivers in practice. What are some of the practice battles that have made you better here on Green Tree?
All of them, actually. Everybody has something they're very good at, very versatile. But who I go at it with the most, I'll probably say CJ and JoJo on the outside. Yeah. But everybody, Josh Moore, he big body. He's gonna go get the ball. Night car, shifty, fast. He can run. So everybody, they have their traits and what they're good at. So yeah,
Let me ask you about somebody that you played with, right? Because when you were in Heritage, Mally was a young guy, right?
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you know that he was gonna be what he is now when you
Oh
went
yeah,
against?
oh yeah. You can see it in the way he works day in and day out, and just the plays he's making on the field. Like and some of the catches he made, it didn't make no sense. But yeah, it was just I knew that I was gonna keep going.
What's one thing about playing cornerback that fans maybe don't realize when they're just watching on TV?
It's a mental battle, like more than just playing ball. Because corner, I would say, is the second hardest position other than quarterback. But yeah, it's really a mental battle because you're gonna lose some one on ones, and you gotta have a next play mentality to, oh, he's not gonna catch the ball again. But yeah, it's pretty tough out there, but you got to work at it.
A lot of people say, I heard the Kelsey brothers talking about that the corner is the hardest position, period, in football. I mean, quarterback, you talk about that, but
Yeah,
corner, between how athletic you have to be
right.
and then the mental part, that might be the hardest position, period, in football.
Yeah, because you really, it's not. I would say it's a guessing game because the receiver knows where they're going and you don't. So you're basically just playing cat and mouse and reacting off them. But yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Yeah.
It's obviously a hard deal to be a student athlete. There's a lot of great things, but a lot of pressure and everything else. I'm sure there's some tense moments. Who are some of the guys on the team that are the jokesters that kind of make it light and make everybody laugh when it gets a little serious?
Make everybody laugh. I gotta go Amari Wallace. I gotta go with Lil Mari and Damari Brown. Two jokesters right there. Yeah.
Another heritage guy, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing the DBs you guys put out. What's your favorite part about being at the University of Miami? Put the football aside, just at the school or Coral Gables. Like, what's something you like about just being here at this institution, separate from the football side?
Um, like as far as academics or just in general?
Both, whatever. Yeah, just being here as a student. In terms of
Smaller
film.
classroom, so teachers are more focused on getting to know people individually. So that plays a big role in just the school, the resources they have to make sure they put you in the best position for after college. Yeah.
So I was talking to your mom. She mentioned that your GPA coming into high school was like, it was pretty much like your 40.
Yeah.
It was 4 point something. What are some academic interests you have right now as you're in school?
Like as far as
Major, just something you're interested in. Yeah.
criminology and joining the FBI.
Wow. There you go. Any hidden talents? Question from the fans. Any hidden talents you have?
Hidden talents? Nah, I wouldn't say I have any hidden talents.
Yeah, they see your talents there on Saturdays and in the classroom. Game day playlist. So what's on your game day playlist?
Being from Pompano Beach, I listen to Kodak Black a lot. Yeah. Uh, from Young Boy, and Raw Wave.
I've asked this question to everybody on the team, from Carson Beck to whoever, to everybody that's from Florida, and they say the same thing: Rod Wave and Young Boy.
Yeah.
Everybody is that's I'm guessing that in the locker room, that thing's playing. That's playing nonstop.
Oh yeah. I would say Young Boy like at least 85% of the time.
There it is. Do you have a pregame ritual just to get ready for the game?
Really just text my parents, pray. That's really it. And my grandparents, they pray over me. So yeah, that's about it.
Your faith, a big part of your life.
Yes, sir.
Why is that important with all the challenges that you're facing and all the adversity and outside stuff, to stay grounded in your faith?
Because if I didn't have God in my life, I wouldn't be here at all. And if He wasn't with me through adversity, I wouldn't make it.
Question from the fans again. What athlete inspired you growing up?
Inspired me growing up. Yeah, I gotta go D'Anthony Thomas. He an offensive player, but that's who I watched a lot. Probably before every little league game, that's probably who I watched.
Between him and Tavon Austin, those are like highlight reels that'll live on forever.
Yeah. I watched both of them before every game. Every game.
There you go. Last question from the fans. Who's the fastest DB on the team?
Me.
Didn't wait.
Hands
Your
down.
answer was fast too.
Hands down.
So, people see all the good stuff. They see you on Saturdays. They see all the kind of glitz and glamour of it. But we know student athletes at the University of Miami, it's a lot. You're waking up early. You're working out. You're doing, if you're hurt, you're rehabbing. There's a lot of stuff that's maybe not so glamorous. When you're dealing with the adversity and the hard stuff, what makes you get out of bed when you don't really want to work out and push through? Like, what is that allows you to push through those hard moments?
Just knowing that you have people depending on you, and you just gotta have that hunger to keep going.
So after your NFL career is done, let's say 15 years in NFL, you already done that. Where's Xavier Lucas going to be? What's he going to be doing?
Hopefully, have a big house in Texas with some land, riding dirt bikes and fishing.
So
Yeah,
why Texas? You're a Florida boy. What did you see Texas?
big houses for cheap. Yeah, houses down here are a little costly.
Hey, listen, if you keep playing the way you've been playing, I think you'll have a lot of opportunities on
Yes,
the
sir.
housing market.
Yeah,
But hey, Xavier, man, appreciate you. Thank you for joining us on Storm Sessions.
no
It's been a
problem.
pleasure watching you and looking forward to watching you the rest of the year. Remember to like and subscribe to Storm Sessions, brought to you by OmegaXL Sport, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and we'll be back again soon. Go Canes. Xavier,
Okay,
thank you.
no problem.